Okay, here we go with the fourth makeup session, midnight makeup session. Today I'm going to do like a bullet hole or a bite on the forehead, like a zombie bit you or something like that. And I actually went for a full makeup, for a full face effect, just making sure to get um, the zombie look with green skin and stuff like that. You can actually see I have my contact lenses. And here what I'm doing is molding wax to give the volume to the wound. And actually what I'm doing is I'm using the wax that covers these little cheeses from Baby Bell, and it was an idea given to me by a very good friend called Zauber Mia. So a big shout out to her. Not only did she give me the idea, but she got me the wax. And as you can see, I'm just putting it against my forehead to see how it fits and how the volume can be. You can give I went for a big bullet hole, like a big hole, but you can make it small to make it look more like a bullet hole, or in this case, it looks like a bite. And what I'm doing is giving volume to the bullet hole with the wax. And don't worry if it's red because you will be covering it with paper as we have done with other wounds. This is just for the volume. Uh-huh. I'm tweaking it and making sure it looks good. What you want to make is give it a little bit of a bowl shape so you can pour the blood in later, which is really cool once you do it and let it drip down your face. Um, Molding it and shaping it, and once you're comfortable with your shape, you want to leave it there, lift the especially the edges, and you don't want a perfect edge. You want it rugged and broken because it looks like the bullet splattered the flesh open. So that's also cool. And here you see, yeah. Okay, so I'm saving that for later. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the white latex on my forehead so I can stick it right there with the wax does stick with the latex, which is good because as I say, you want to go cheap for that. I'm actually pouring in a bit more latex because the small container that I had was running out, so I poured in some more of my big depot of latex. I got a new brush, and here we go. Just make the area, cover the area that you're going to put the bullet hole on with enough white latex and let it dry for a while so it sticks right on and it goes well on top of that. So as you can see, I'm placing the wax on top of the latex so it glues and lifting the parts that are going to go with volume and texture. And there we go. As you can see it from different angles just to see how it's lifted and everything. And I'm always tweaking it and making sure it looks good but stays flat on the inside. hmm Um, so yeah, you can get this wax from those little Baby Bell or Bomb Bell cheeses that you can get in the supermarket. They're not that expensive. And now I'm getting a piece of paper and measuring it. I'm actually breaking it down and making sure it covers the wax, but it doesn't flatten it. I'm getting a better angle. And we're going to wet the paper with the latex as we have done for all our effects. Now you're familiar with this technique. Again, make sure that the borders are set fine so you can save the piece for later. And actually now we have a Facebook page with for the midnight makeup sessions where you can see all the videos and you can leave your comments and you can actually see the gallery, the picture gallery that I had promised you with all the collection of the saved pieces. Now here I'm making sure to go under the lifted part of the skin so it gets completely covered. The edges, like it wraps around, like the paper wraps around the edges of the wax, and it's actually like papier mache, paper mache, just to get the paper very well wet and around the wound. Okay, And I'm actually going to give it quite a few layers of paper just so it has good volume and it stays fixed. You can see that it goes under the skin, and I'm covering the missing part there. The latex will also unify all your pieces of paper, so it doesn't matter. I'm lifting the edges there, so the wax edges, and actually breaking the paper a little bit, not only to make it even under the wax, but also to give it some texture. Even from this part of the process, I'm giving it texture, so it looks really cool. And I'm taking off the excess so it doesn't go into my hairline, and getting the inside of the wound as well, just making sure it's pretty damn wet with latex, guys. As I've told in other videos, you cannot have too much latex. That's not an option. It's not, there's never enough latex. Okay, the more you have, the better it'll glue. And I'm just lifting the edges and making sure it stays, but making sure not to break the base of skin, and gluing down what's broken. And I'm going to let it dry for a while. I think I do cover that hole that I have right on top. Yeah, there we go. Just making sure that it's all flat and well covered. And there we go. So have a look around on the Facebook page, guys, and leave your comments there or below. What would you like to see? What do you think of these videos so far, etc., etc. And let's start making this a community. I mean, I do this for you guys and for my entertainment and for your entertainment. So give it a shot. I'm eagerly waiting for all your comments and everything. I will be posting the videos and pictures and some trivia, a lot of things. So just keep an eye on the page and follow us there and follow us here on YouTube. Um, Final piece of paper that I'm covering it with and giving it the last volume. I'm going to let it all dry for a while on the white part. Giving it an all around even texture and feel. There we go, like a bullet hole. All right. So while it dries, I clean my brushes and I wash my hands and just keep the place ordered because it can be a bit messy, but you can make it a controlled chaos and it's not a problem. Okay. I'm showing it from different angles so you also see the volume we given it. And overall, this one took me 35 minutes. As you know, I speed them up for YouTube. But yeah, it was a 35-minute process all in all. And I think it's already dry and set. So yeah, I'm going to go inside the wound with red latex. No, just yeah, there we go, the red latex. Just to give the texture and volume of flesh. Remember, it's white latex with red acrylic paint. It will look pink at first, but it will dry very, very, very red because the latex dries clear. So keep an eye out on that and keep that in mind. And I'm covering the inside part of the wound and even the edges of the blasted skin. And texturing by brush, and I will also texture by finger once it dries. I wash my brush again. And I have a cigarette while I wait for it to dry. I'm actually trying to quit smoking, you guys. But yeah, now I texture with finger just to break it a bit and give it that nasty open wound texture that I love. So I'm keeping my edges up. There we go. I'm actually using a piece of wet paper to get the texture in there. There you go. You can see the lifted edges. And there you go with that part. And here's the next cool part. First we go with the makeup, the skin makeup base. You have to go around, especially the edges, so it matches your skin. And you might want to do as I do and even the color of your whole face to that makeup base so it looks realistic and with the same color flesh, giving the edges. This is the first time I work with a 3D volume on the latex application that is not given by rolls of paper. But I got this idea from another video of using wax. This guy used actually professional makeup wax. So I was thinking of a cheaper alternative. I like to make my videos like on the cheap so you guys don't. You can do it for a low price, and that's when Mia gave me the tip of using the wax from the cheeses, and she actually gave me the two balls of wax from two little cheeses to use. I used only one, so I have some left over for other effects. And here I am making my skin color even under the eyes, the eyelids, the forehead, everything, just making sure that it's all covered in flesh color. And because I want it to be like a zombie, I'm going to add some green. Well, first I'm going to go for some black inside the wound to give it depth and shadow, smudging it a bit with my finger, and also with the brush I'll go into my eyes just to make them sunken and deep and evil looking. Make sure you don't get big smudges. And then I'm going to work with the green to give my skin that dead pallor, waking up from the dead. And you can use the brush or the sponge, or you can use your fingers like I'm doing right there, or even some paper. I'm actually using toilet paper for that green smudge look. You want it to cover, but you don't want bright parts, so you just smear them with your finger and everything. And remember, as I said in the other videos, you can go for as realistic or as fake as you want. So enjoy it. I actually use some green on my lips just to make them pale. And this one was a real fun because of what I did with the blood, which you will see in a few moments. There we go with the black, with the green part of the makeup, just to give it a nice pale look with splotches of green. The cigarette is over. And here comes the fun part. We have our blood. We have a small container. It can be a dish or a cup or whatever. We pour in some blood there. And we have a syringe without a needle, of course. And you fill it up. I actually use my teeth to fill it up. And you squirt the blood into the wound so it rolls down your face and drips. I cut some with my tongue there. And just make sure you fill that nasty hole with blood. Move your face around so it drips in different patterns. It will drip down your neck. I killed the drop there. And again, fill up the. Don't worry if it drips on your shirt like it did there. It's completely washable. And as you can see, I'm making small drops and then a big drop so it drips down the face. I try not to get it in my eyes because with the contacts it hurts like hell if you get blood in your eyes. So just be careful there and let it drip. Have fun with as many drops or droplets that you want to have on on your face from your bullet wound, but you want to let it run freely so it looks like natural flow, not like something smeared. That's why I'm doing it like this and not with a brush. hmm And also, yeah, and then make sure that you fill the bullet hole well with blood. Small drops to fill in and big drops for the drip. And some dots there outside, which I will also add more with a brush. And here comes the good part, because in some movies you see that when they shoot someone in in the head, they drip blood from their mouth. I'm killing the droplets there so they don't drip. And now take a good sip of blood and let it pour slowly out of your mouth. It looks nasty, but it gives a really cool effect. Colors your tongue and teeth. And you get as many random drops as you want. Then with a brush, just add texture around the splatter so it looks nasty. And there you have it, guys. The final product with a bullet hole.